This was the first budget phone to get an 18:9 display when it was released. So is it any good right now? Hey guys, I'm Abhishek and let's review the Huawei Honor 7X.
I've gotta do, so I'm not crying.
So guys, let's start with a quick unboxing. So here is the usual blue Honor box that you get, and opening the box you see the phone. And after the phone you have some stickers and also telling you the SAR value. There is a SIM ejector tool, including the booklets and all, including the warranty card. And also a plastic rubberized case, which is I think a pretty nice addition. Then it is a charger, which is a 5V to 2A charger, so there is no fast charging, and obviously the micro USB cable, and that means that this phone doesn't support USB Type-C, but I think a Type-C could have been better. So guys, let's start with the physical overview after the unboxing. On the front is the 5.93-inch Full HD Plus display with a pixel density of 407 and the 8-megapixel front camera with the earpiece, sensors and a multicolored LED notification light with the Honor branding at the chin. At the back is dual lens camera setup with 16+2 megapixel configuration, the fingerprint sensor, antenna bands and the Honor branding. On the top is the secondary mic for noise cancellation. On the bottom is the single speaker, headphone jack, pretty nice, the micro USB charging port and the primary mic. On the left is the hybrid SIM tray, so either you can use 2 SIMs at a time or 1 SIM and 1 micro SD card at a time. And at the right is the power button and the volume rockers. So guys, let's talk about the specifications. This phone is powered by the HiSilicon Kirin 659 processor, which is an octa-core processor obviously, and out of the 8 cores, 4 are clocked at 2.36 GHz and 4 are clocked at 1.7 GHz, and the processor is built on ARM Cortex A53 architecture. The GPU is the Mali T830 MP2 GPU, which is same as the last year's Honor 6X. So let's see if the performance just due to the Kirin 659 is increased or it is just similar. So we're gonna tell that in the further part of the video. Also mentioning that this phone have 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, which can be expanded up to 256GB with the help of an SD card. And so you will get 4GB of RAM with both of the variants. That is, if you buy 32GB or 64GB, so still you will get 4GB RAM, which is pretty nice. And the internals are powered by the 3340 mAh battery present on this phone. So guys, let's talk about the design. The design of this phone is very nice, I think so, and the all metal body feels very premium, because as soon as you pick up the phone it feels like it has some weight and all, but in a nice way, not that it is heavy or very heavy or bulky, anything like that. So if you have now, that design is very nice, but it should be, the build quality should also be good. So I think if the company claims that it is having a Gorilla Glass, but which one is it is not known. So I think you can still rely on the Gorilla Glass which it is having, but then if you buy for further protection, then you can use the tempered glass, and you can also use the case given along to protect the phone from minor scratches. But still I think the beauty of the phone will be gone, but then you have to protect your phone also. And I can still guarantee you that this phone is built way better than the Honor 6X, because everyone might have seen the Jerry Rig's durability test of Honor 6X, and that was like terribly damaged. So I think Jerry Rig should take this phone also, and I can guarantee that it is built very well. So guys, let's talk about the software, which is very important for many of our smartphone users. So out of the box, this phone comes with Android Nougat and EMUI 5.1. But as soon as I opened the phone box and just booted up the phone and doing everything like setting it up and all, I got one update which was which was for the EMUI only, but nothing related to anything Android. But then I got a second update which was approximately of 2.5 GB, which was Android Oreo with EMUI 8. So right now it is running on EMUI 8 and also the Android Oreo, that is 8.2. So EMUI is having its own features which we will talk in the next part of the video. but considering that it is giving updates pretty quickly, because right now as per the news there was the beta testing going on, but now I think the alpha version is now running on this phone, and the security patch on this phone is for 1st April, but I think it is not the earliest one, because the earliest one right now is 1st May, which is running on my 6X. So I think and that is on EMUI 5.1. So I think because of the different EMUI versions, the security patch is delaying a little bit, but in future you will definitely get, I think so, regular security patch updates on this phone. So software updates will not be a problem. So guys, let's talk about the software features that you get with EMUI 8, and also you might be having in EMUI 5 also if some devices are running that. So this phone, the EMUI offers great features and all, including the app twin, which will let you make 2 instances of an app. Then you definitely have split screen, and you have a shortcut for split screen, like if you have some kind of notification or message and you are watching videos on YouTube, then you have to just click on that tab and it will automatically go in split screen, so you don't have to do any adjustments and all, which is pretty amazing. Then you have app lock for individual apps, you can use Fingerprint obviously, and then you have floating dock, etc. So I think the features and all you are getting are very handy and you might use on daily basis. Also mentioning that Google Assistant, which is obviously active on this device. So guys, taking a look at the benchmark scores, we have 935 in single core score, and in multi-core score we have 3452. So I think that the Geekbench scores are not too good, but then they are not too bad as well, but they are kind of decent. I know I'm making too much of confusion right now, but I think overall performance will be just average of this device. But in real world usage, actually there were no UI lags, and the phone feels very snappy most of the time, and the RAM management is just amazing. So talking about gaming right now, the 5.93-inch display with Full HD Plus resolution can give you a great gaming experience, though it will not perform as good as Redmi Note 5 Pro, because you might have to tone down the graphics a little bit on some games, like mostly the high-end games like Asphalt 8, PUBG and all that. But I've tried PUBG on Redmi Note 5 Pro as well, so you cannot play on high settings, but it's like it is on HD plus something like that, so it still lags a little bit on that device. And here is PUBG being played on this device on medium settings. It have lags sometimes, but it is like minimal, but still it would have been better that they would have provided a better GPU, so that it could be like comparable to the Redmi Note 5 Pro as well. And talking about the temperatures, the temperature is like very high right now, like it's reaching 51 at the highest according to the CPU if you see. But then it is because I was shooting the video in outdoor in hot sun, and I just started gaming directly after bringing the phone inside, so it might be due to that, because the back was where it is metal, so it will get hot. So it might be due to that the temperatures were reaching very high. But then I think so if you game indoors and all, then I think the temperature will remain around 30 and 40 only. It should not go beyond 40. So guys, let's talk about the fingerprint sensor and face unlock which is present on this phone. So the fingerprint sensor is very fast and responsive, and I think the Honor phones are mostly having pretty responsive fingerprint sensors. Also talking about the face unlock trend, which started after the launch of iPhone 10, this phone has it, and the face unlock is very fast and secure because it does not unlock the phone with your eyes closed or any of your photograph, which is again pretty great. But when you try to unlock the phone using face unlock in like dark surroundings, you might wanna turn up the brightness a little bit so that it can show more part of your face, and the phone can unlock that. But if it still doesn't work, the fingerprint sensor is still there. And comparing the fingerprint sensor with the Redmi Note 5 Pros, the fingerprint sensor is almost like unlocking speed is almost same on both of the device, but 7x is a tiny bit faster, like very tiny bit, so it doesn't make a difference at all. And the speed of the face unlock, it is actually same on both of the device, but in some cases it has happened like sometimes the Note 5 Pro was not able to detect the face and sometimes the 7x. So I think that the face detection is not constant on both of these devices. Otherwise you have the fingerprint sensor always, which is just pretty amazing because you don't have to rely on face unlock all the time. So guys, let's talk about the battery life on this device. First, I thought that 3340 mAh battery would give a little less battery life because now it has to power a bigger display with more pixels. But then the battery life was still like it was very acceptable and actually very practical on daily basis because it can last 1.5 days on light use, and if you are a gamer or something, then might be 1 day, or if you're still a very hardcore gamer, then you might want to charge the phone once a day. Otherwise it's the battery can last for 1 day without any problem. Also talking about the charging, it will take like 2 to 2.5 hours for full charge, and in case you want to do some top ups, then like you are kind of out of luck because this phone doesn't have fast charging, and if you want to quickly charge your phone from a certain percentage, it will take a little bit of time. And talking about the screen on time, I think 4 to 5 hours will be like the most common screen on time that you might get, or even more I guess, but that I cannot confirm because I was not able to get more than that. So that was for the battery part. Finally, let's talk about the camera. The rear is having dual dual lens setup with 16 plus 2 megapixel configuration with aperture of from f2.2 to as low as 0.95 or something like that, or it can go pretty high and pretty low at the same time because it is having the depth sensor, so portrait mode it requires that much of apertures. And the front camera is 8 megapixel with f2.0 aperture, and both the primary and secondary camera can record 1080p 30 fps videos, though I will not recommend this phone for like recording videos for official purposes such as YouTube and all, because this phone doesn't have anything like AIS or any such thing, so that footage will be kind of jerky. So now clearing the specs away, let's take a look at the camera samples. So from after seeing the camera samples, I can you guys can also decide there's a poll whether you like it or not. And from my side, I would like to tell the front camera is very nice, but the rear camera is having kind of a pink tint. I don't know why it is there, but colors come out be a little bit pinkish and all, but sometimes it is like the colors are fine. And in terms of portrait mode, the edge detection goes off a little bit, but that's not pretty common. And obviously this phone doesn't have any kind of stabilization, so video recording you just forget about that. And but I can still hope for the electronic image stabilization because the Honor 10, which was launched without any such thing, is getting that with the help of through a software update. So let's see if Honor gives us that through a software update. Overall, the camera on this phone is pretty acceptable, and regular like casual use and all, just taking pictures of friends and all, it will be pretty nice. So guys, let's divide this full review into pros and cons. Let's talk about the pros. So this phone is going to give you some great performance, like great daily performance, and also the phone is going to feel snappy, and the RAM management, so the RAM management is also nice, so daily usage will not be a problem. And the camera is pretty great for photos and all, so you can still depend on that if you don't want to record videos. Then comes a great battery life, because however you use the phone, it's going to still last 1 day at max, or like minimum, depends on your usage. And also mentioning the nice design and the strong build quality. Not talking about the cons. Now the camera is not good for video recording as it lacks stabilization. Then the gaming performance of the device is not that great, and the micro USB is also a disappointing part, because till now a Type-C should have given but then also there is no fast charging as well. So these were the pros and cons. And talking about my end verdict, I would like to tell that if you can live with if you can live with like just without EIS or any such thing on your video recording, and if you don't require high resolution video recording, and also you are ready to tone down the graphics while playing the games, then you can still buy this phone, because other than these things it's gonna still give you a good overall performance, great battery life and RAM management and all that. But then if you're very particular about things like having a micro USB and all that thing, then I think this phone might not be for you, because some people might like something like stock Android and all that, so still the EMU, you might not like EMU. But I have personally installed a custom theme on this, so the icons look pretty much like like a stock Android, and also it makes the phone look pretty nice as well. So either that is an option if you're a fan of pure stock Android, then you can wait for the MI A2, which might be coming, or the Asus Zenfone 5, which I thought might come in June, but it is coming in July, I guess. So you can take that phone. So guys, if you found this video helpful, then do hit the like button and subscribe for further updates, and don't forget to check the link don't forget to check the description for purchase links of the device and many other links. And ending with the video, this was all from my side. Stay geeky and peace.